All right, here we go. Lewsual versus Evoh. A nice sub-in from Lewsual. We were gonna have Evoh versus Ayub, the rank 12 globally player from EU, I think, or sorry, rank 12. Yeah, globally, something less in EU. I'm not exactly sure. Or maybe, you know what, it might be 30 global. I don't know, chat. The point is we're gonna have Ayub, and we're not anymore. We're gonna have Lewsual. Lewsual we've had play on stream a few times, and Lewsual. He was really close to making it into the Feer 5. He ended up getting knocked out by Mo, but tried to make it in through 2-mans. And I think I see Lewsual around the 1v1 community a lot, winning tournaments. I remember I was first surprised to hear about him winning, I think it was Pidgey RL's tournament, because I had never heard of him, and I knew there were a lot of other good names in there. But now, we know he's great, and this was a crazy shot. Ceiling reset wave dash into the bump on Evoh. Evoh is a great player. He's been doing really well, and he's trying to get a streak going like Dan, because we've been having him play a lot, mostly because he's always ready to go. Actually, I tell you what, extreme availability plus being top 10 in North America can get you in a lot of show matches, and Evoh has that right now. Rank 4 in North America, and an extreme desire to continue to run show matches, and I think he's been really improving. Evoh could be a real threat, unless, of course, Lewsual ends his run right now. Evoh is not a complete stranger to playing cross servers. He played against Death not too long ago in a best of 5, and oh wait, no, Death just played EU in that. Yeah, both these guys played EU. To be fair, that was pretty similar ping then. And Lewsual, honestly, 80 ping. Wait a second. Oh no, we're on EU right now. Yeah, 80 ping, I mean, from Evoh on EU. It might be just a more fair format to just have Evoh play EU the whole time. I know 80 ping isn't great, but 120 for Lewsual on East is really tough. But the nice thing about this is, I don't know if I mentioned what we're doing. We're gonna do 2 sets of 3. I say sets because we're not gonna do best of 3. We tried out the best of 3 in the KV1 series against both Daniel and Evoh, and I think it's worth trying out something different. A lot of people pointed out that there's a chance KV1 might have been able to steal a game from Daniel if they played one more game on US East, and I have to agree. It does feel like he didn't really get the chance that maybe he deserved. And then we played the 2 best of 3s from KV1 and Evoh, and they both just right away took 2 games on their own servers, and that didn't feel great either. So instead, we're going to try out one last option. We're going to do just 6 games, 2 sets of 3 on these various servers, see if either one of these guys can come out on top after it all. I'm not sure if we'll stop at a best of 6. We might, because if it's like 4-1 or something, I don't know if playing the last game is really worthwhile. So maybe we'll call it a best of 6. Lewsual starting off early. Evoh finally able to get a couple scores. Nice bounce dribble from Lew's. A cut in field. Making these change of directions around the net. Always good with a ping advantage, but like I said, anybody who plays on US West, Evoh, I'm sorry, not Evoh, but Wiz and Drees and Lion Blaze, I'm sure they're all looking at Evoh at 80 ping and going, yeah, that's just regular ping. That's just the ping I play on all the time. Lewsual, a 5th. He's getting a lot of outplays. Evoh is trying to challenge a little bit earlier than he maybe needs to, and Lewsual is getting the outplay. Normally, I always get discouraged when I see these top players trying to revert back to net and try and get that last second save on the goal line, but right now, Evoh trying to challenge early isn't working for him. Lewsual has had the reads and is making the touch at any moment he needs to, whether that's all the way in his own back corner or much closer to the net. He is getting it past Evoh, but both these guys great with the bump plays. Evoh has one of the best zero dribble bumps in the game, and he will snipe Lewsual out of the air. Feer, do you think Khaled would like to play against some NA players in NA servers? Yeah, I bet Khaled would be down to play NA servers. It seems like he plays NA servers in ranked. I want to say I saw a Johnny video of him playing on some NA servers. But I bet you, the vibe I get from the Middle East guys is they're down to game. They seem like a bunch of gamers to me, so I bet you they'd be very interested in any sort of competition. Evoh Getting a demo in a fourth. Nice barrel roll to finish it off. Imagine a Daniel versus Khaled match. I couldn't possibly imagine that. It's impossible to imagine. Lewsual up 5-4. 2 minutes left to go. Another air dribble bump, man. These guys going back and forth. It almost looked like Evoh bumped Lewsual enough to save it. Let's watch this again on Evoh's perspective. Oh, wow. I guess not. It just, sometimes with a little bit of lag, the game tries to predict that a bump was happening instead of a demo, I think, and shows for like a frame or two that it was a bump. But nope, it was a full-on demo, which means Lewsual lost no momentum at all. 6-4. Lewsual gonna make it 7-4. A big miss from Evoh near the net. Somewhat of an open net. He was trying to milk that kickoff situation. He couldn't do it. Went all in. Had nothing left for the counter, or sorry, not the counter, but the prevention of the counter. And Lewsual's gonna go up 7-4. Lewsual to the side wall. A very slow dribble. Can he get momentum behind this ball in time to score? Looks like he won't be able to, and now Evoh has a high bounce. I'm surprised he didn't try and execute a quick shot, but he knows what he's doing. He'll take it slow. It seemed like with Lewsual electing to grab boost in that back corner, there was an opportunity to just bang a power shot that Lewsual wasn't going to be able to get to. But, chat, need I remind you that Evoh is the top 100 player, not me. He knew what he was doing. Drops the ball, puts it behind Lewsual. Likely that Lewsual was expecting a quick play, considering he had sort of left the window open for one. So his recovery, he could not slow down. And Evoh's gonna get a fifth. 2-goal lead for Lewsual. Evoh trying to hold on to every last bit of boost he can. But just to get this ball going, he's had to use it, every bit of it. His flick gets easily read, and the counter will once again go in favor of Lewsual. Evoh getting a little bit greedy here at the end of the match, trying to find a way to get back into it. But Lewsual has handled it. Air dribble bump 1v1 new title, yeah, a little bit. After Daniel slaps Jack, he Khaled. Here's the thing about Dan. Like Johnny was talking recently about his top players, and I think he said he had Joreuz, Appjack, and Khaled all above Dan, but he does have Dan at number 4. I watch too many Daniel games to not just have him at number 1. I get that if I watched a bunch of games of those other guys all the time, every day, then I couldn't possibly put Daniel above them. But I just watched too many Dan games. I have faith, is all I'm saying. Hopefully we get at least one of those matchups with the NA versus EU thing. I've been working with Johnny to get that going. Lewsual gonna have a wide open net because Evoh is taking one of his classic moves, man. He just dodges, doesn't actually touch the ball. Seemed like maybe he was faking to grab boost, but then he dodges the boost, doesn't do anything, and then is stuck in no man's land. Jack is really good, but he hates playing against aggro players, so Daniel would probably have the style advantage. Evoh! The boost, man, it doesn't move, I promise. It stays right there waiting for you. Good early challenge. You should be able to get a 7th, but the chances of getting the last 2 is really rough. He does have enough time if Lewsual decides he doesn't want to go to the kickoff anymore. How can you put Joreuz above Dan? Joreuz played like 1 game in the past 2 months. Yeah, it's hard to put the guys who haven't been playing. I think the thing about, like, it's the same thing with First Killer, but every time First comes back, he always wins. So while it's hard to rate him, it's hard to doubt him as well. Lewsual gonna take game 1 over on EU servers. Remember, this is a set of 3 on EU and a set of 3 on NA. Maybe we'll end at best of 6, we'll see. All right, these guys are gonna play against each other on the blue team. Wait, I love this kickoff. Chat, that was the last time we'll see that kickoff in a long time. Think about the meta breakdown of that kickoff that just happened. Oh my goodness, that was an historic event, and we will never see it again. A kickoff in which they're mirrored. Not in the same position on the opposite side of the field, but they're mirrored. Insane. can't believe these guys were able to handle it and just act like that was a regular kickoff when that was the most insane kickoff situation of all time. How did they do it? Lewsual up 1-0 right away. Pulling an Evoh though, as he flips to midfield. Not able to grab the boost. Evoh on a full dribble. The dribble we like to call it. Daniel dribble all the way from the back corner. 1 flip reset 2. And he's going to get scored on. Trying to get a little fancy. And not able to keep Lewsual from taking an easy counterattack. There's a lot of people in chat who could have even got this counterattack. Evoh cannot afford to give a player as good as Lewsual that easy of a time. He didn't even really need to feel scared in net because Evoh was getting that double flip reset so far away from the actual goal line that Lewsual could just casually sit, and then a couple strong touches that you don't need to be the best player in the world to get. And a 2-goal lead for Lewsual. Evoh doing a good job fighting Lewsual off the ball. One thing that we've always known about Evoh is that he doesn't like to slow the ball down. When he gets possession in his back half, he wants to play it fast. And I think that also shows up in the way he always dribbles and drops the ball down. He doesn't want to slowly carry it. He wants to keep going. And when he gets setups in the corners or on the side walls, instead of, taking it down, resetting, getting a slightly better play from the wall, he always just finds a way to make a shot out of the position he was given. And right now, Lewsual just hasn't figured out. 4-0 for Lewsual. Nice cut in field. Just great recognition that Evoh, low on boost, was likely headed to go grab that corner. A good kickoff win could go Evoh a long way, or go a long way for Evoh, but he's not able to. In fact, it's going to go exactly the opposite way. A great pre-jump save. Lewsual, man, he's in the zone right now. Lewsual playing very, very well, and he gets a little acceleration from Evoh back to the other side of the field. This right now, to me, is one of the biggest tests of Evoh, because one of the things we haven't seen from Evoh yet, and I know a lot of people on YouTube are noticing this as well, Evoh likes to hop out of losing games. But with 3 minutes left to go and a 5-goal deficit, this is a winnable game for Evoh. And he is a very, very talented Rocket League player. I know he's playing on EU servers, so it's not his own servers, but this game can be won. And we've seen Evoh in similar situations forfeit and head to the next game sooner than he maybe needs to. So as soon as Evoh can start pulling out game wins in situations like this, that's when he can truly become unbeatable. How did the Feer versus Dan 2v1 end up? You guys can check it out on YouTube. It actually came out today. Is this NA versus EU? Yeah, Lewsual from the UK. We talked about it before. From England. Evoh from Maryland, United States of America. With the ugliest flag, NA. Evoh had to have known that that was not going to turn into much of anything. Can you forfeit? You can always forfeit, man. If you're just going to drive around and not try hard during a game, you can forfeit. You got to sleep now. Have a good stream. See you later, Toxic. Evoh gonna get a second. 2 minutes left to go. Has Dan ever lost the best? Is he undefeated? He's not undefeated. He's lost a lot. We're on EU servers right now. Evoh is on a streak right now. What was it, 5? I think Dan let me know. Or sorry, not Dan, but Barry Living said Evoh is on a 5-game winning streak. He's trying to look for his 3rd goal right now. He's got 2 minutes to make up for it, and that's not impossible. A goal every 30 seconds. That is an eternity here in ones. Frequently, you can get a goal or 2 in almost no time, but that demo will do it. That demo and a goal. He says he's had enough. Lewsual will take the 2nd game here on EU. I forgot to update it. Well, that's 2 games for Lewsual, done for Evoh. As we head to game 3. Here we go, Lewsual versus Evoh. Game number 3 on EU servers. Playing on EU servers hasn't gone well for Evoh so far, but doesn't mean you can't turn it around. Just like we talked about in the KV1 series. That was a great pre-jump. Wait a second. Maybe this will be the little spark to start the Evoh fire. His flip reset doesn't work, but he pre-jumps so early. Oh, I should have watched from Lewsual's perspective. I'm sorry, YouTube. I know you guys pointed out that I need to go back and forth between perspectives. I should have watched, because I don't know why Lewsual, he felt the need to tap it into him, even though Evoh had pre-jumped it so hard. Lewsual felt like he had no other choice but to try and clear it from his net, and he ends up slapping it right at Evoh. What an insane play from Evoh. Up 1-0, Mega 2-0. How's this server? We just changed servers. Pretty similar for Evoh. Still 88 ping. You forgot to change it to US East? Yeah, we're doing a little bit of a different format. Lewsual, easy 50. He's going to have no trouble going to score this one. I'm not sure what Evoh was thinking. If you go back, I mean, it's not going to show us on the replay, but Evoh just like flew into that ball and wasn't even really taking a shot or anything. I don't know if he thought Lewsual was going to be faster. And since Lewsual was a little bit slower, he was able to kind of delay the 50 and win it. But Evoh really just handed the ball over. Lewsual could have waited. You mean waited on that score because Evoh was not driving? The thing is, Lewsual doesn't want to wait. He's down right now. He needs, in theory, he needs every second of the game to work back into it. He doesn't want to wait till the clock's at 0 and then tap in the game-losing goal. That's something you only do when you're either tied or ahead. Nice play from Evoh. Evoh playing great around the net at the start of this game. A good 50, intentionally setting his car up. That power slide was nutty, man. What a shot from Evoh. But you could tell he was very intentionally setting up that 50 in the air such that it would help push his car down onto his wheels. He's not just taking the 50 without thinking. He's very much trying to make the next move as soon as possible. And a great power slide into the chip up. Yo, what's going on, Train? #1 bit donator. Back around. And then a complete total whiff on the kickoff from Evoh. 3-2. Evoh for the first time this series leading in the game. And right now he's a madman here on the back wall with 0 boost. Every touch so important when you're that starved. And he's just going like crazy. He just barely gets to this musty in time. Lewsual loading that up just a little bit too far away. Or sorry, too close to the net. Where Evoh can make an easy save. Lewsual flicking his high. A nice tap away from Evoh. And he should have an easy counterattack. That was an all-in play. Lewsual, when he flicked that one up, had to have known he was either scoring or getting scored on when he decided to use his last bit of boost to get up in the air for the second touch, because he was not going to have any momentum or any extra boost after the play. I'm doing well, Train. Thanks, my man. Lewsual with a lot of space will take to the skies yet again. I want to say these guys have a pretty similar play style that we've seen so far. Lewsual, for the majority of the series, has been playing a little bit smarter on defense, it seems. He's had a lot more counterattack opportunities. Or maybe it's not so much that he's playing smarter as he's playing smarter on offense compared to how Evoh has been when he gets the ball deep in Lewsual's half. He was a little bit greedy in the earlier matches, but now he is finding ways to score left and right. He's being maybe just as greedy. He's just making it work. A great wave dash out of his own net. And a good counterattack. 5-2. You think Lewsual is a bit more grounded and a lot more conservative than Evoh on defense? Yeah, I mean, Lewsual, though, I've always thought of him like that as well. I've always thought of Lewsual as a grounded player, but I'm realizing at the start of this game and the last couple times you watched, nice shot from Evoh. Good dribble. Able to keep this high. Lewsual is more of an aerial player than I realized. Evoh somehow snuck that boost out from underneath Lewsual, and a great quick play. That's what Evoh's so good at. Evoh is near the best at a lot of things. That's how you become rated 4 in North America. But playing quick and turning any sort of touch into a fast shot is one of his best. He's just so used to making anything go on net that when he gets something you know, somewhat easy like that last one, he can just execute perfectly on it and take it away. Lewsual! A third for him. Make it a fourth. Nice kickoff goal. 2 minutes left to go. Evo's got to hold on to this lead to try and steal at least one of these games on EU servers. Is he ranked 4 on the competitive leaderboard? He's ranked 4th if you count only North American players. He's around 7 or 8 or 9 if you just count every player globally. Evoh is handing over some free nets right now. Evoh getting a little bit too creative on offense. And Lewsual just has to sit and be patient. He's gotten a lot of his goals by really just waiting in net and being very calm, not falling for the trap of trying to challenge Evoh early when he goes on one of his insane shot attempts, and instead just waiting on the ground. At the end of the day, it has got him scored on a couple times, but for the most part, it's doing better for him than otherwise. A nice midfield flick. Evoh has not timed the challenges at midfield very well at all. Lewsual once again off the kickoff. Working his way back into this one. Trying to dish this one in. Can't do it. Evoh able to stay alive, but operating on low boost. Lewsual, look at that. You know what? You're right. Lewsual and Evoh are not the same at all. Evoh could not have possibly resisted a air dribble off the side wall in that situation. The wall to air dribble is something Evoh loves to do, and Lewsual just resisted that, took it to the ground instead, and went for a double jump 50, or a double jump bump. Evoh on the bounce dribble, trying to get a low 50, trying to play patient here and safe to finish off this game and steal one on EU. If he's not able to, he's going to have to get a perfect sweep on NA. He's in such a tough spot right now, but he does tap it away. Lewsual off the backboard. Evoh pre-jump to save. Can he recover in time? He can! Wait, Lewsual, how did he miss that? Oh no, he'll finish it off. Lewsual. How did he miss this first one? He didn't get quite enough of an angle. Evoh ended up bumping it in front of the net. Couldn't get up in time. Went for the front flip instead of the double jump, which might have put his car in the way. 7-6. Lewsual might be finishing out with a full sweep on his EU servers, but he's gonna have a tough time on the North American ones. Oh, wait a second. A huge pre-jump. Chat, what was I just saying about what Lewsual was doing so well all series? What he was doing well is he was sitting and waiting for Evoh to mess up. Evoh was giving him loads of opportunities by just doing something weird, and Lewsual could take it away. This one time, in this one crucial moment, Lewsual decides, I'm gonna pre-jump. I am going to pre-jump early and try and stop Evoh right away, and it does not work for him. Evoh able to get a free open net when he had been having a hard time finding that earlier in the series. But 7-7 going into overtime. Evoh deciding way too late to grab that midfield boost. But wait a second. Never mind. Can't find the angle. Lewsual once again resisting an air dribble that Evoh never ever would in a million years. So chat, you're right. These guys aren't as similar as maybe I thought. This high bouncing ball, Evoh, the camera check, sees Lewsual there. Does a great job to intentionally make sure Lewsual lands on top of his car so he can scoop him away, take the ball. The hook shot is threatening. Finally, Evoh gets it over him. The delay from Evoh, the safe play on offense. He'll eventually get rewarded. Lewsual this time does try and hold on to his 23 boost as long as he can. But Evoh threatening so many different good shots, not pulling the trigger too early, eventually takes game number 3 in overtime. And we will go 2-1. Lewsual versus Evoh. Now we are over on NA servers, US East to be exact. We played the first 3 in EU servers, and as everybody knows, EU equals Forbidden Temple. And don't ask me why, but that's of course obvious. Wait, Evoh, nice angle on that shot. And NA equals DFH Stadium. Don't know why. It's definitely not just random maps that I happen to pick. It was a very calculated decision. How bad is the ping? Good question. Important question. Lewsual 92 ping. Evoh 8 ping. Nobody can beat Evoh in a ping battle, man. He has gotten the lowest ping on some of these servers that we've ever seen. But this is good. I think the difference between Evoh on 20 and 8 is not a big deal. It's not that much of a disadvantage for Lewsual to have Evoh on that much better ping. I think what's more important is the fact that Lewsual has 90 instead of the 120 that we had in that first East server that we put him on. So, Evoh, ready to go here on USC. Stay tied up 1-1 though. Nice power shot. Yeah, not too bad, at least on 100 plus. True, true, true. What is this ping? I'll show you guys again. I don't want to pull up the menu too much, but it looks like it's 92. Blue 92, Evoh 8. Yes, thank you, Caspian. Lewsual, a great 50. Right now, the patience from Lewsual has been the key. Evoh, a madman. Normally, he's such a madman, and he still isn't stopped. But Lewsual has had the right amount of patience so far. Thanks to him being in Maryland, guessing he's 2 servers in Northern Virginia. Yeah, now that I know he's in Maryland, now I know where a bunch of Rocket League servers must be. Evoh, he has found himself in this situation so often. Low boost in Lewsual's half, and he's so greedy. He is just trying to find a way to score at all times. I don't know if he thought he wasn't going to be able to retreat. There's a chance that he thought that, you know, his only chance at stopping this was to try and take it away early instead of heading back to net. But, I mean, man, that just felt like such a risky shot opportunity. And it's leading to easy goals. I personally believe he needs to make it harder on Lewsual. But then again, it's plays like these that also get created from that same, you know, ferocity on offense. He doesn't want to leave. This time he's doing it with boost, so maybe that's the difference. Maybe you can stay grinding on offense as long as you have, you know, enough boost to recover if necessary. But he's also been doing it when he's really, really low. And it just felt like Evoh's had to work so much harder for his goals than Lewsual has. And that is just credit to Lewsual doing a good job on defense. Able to slow down Evoh, who is on crack mode. I don't know if you guys noticed. Evoh from the side wall. Flip reset far away from the net. But it doesn't matter. Great 50 with his wheels. Will he find the angle? No, he can't find it. It's crazy the way that flip resets. Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, ran out of boost. If only he had 200. Maybe, just maybe. Wait, Evoh is just going clip after clip after clip right now. God damn, Evoh! He's gonna find his clip eventually, chat. You can't keep him away forever, especially when he's got Lewsual on his back foot. The thing is, Lewsual did finally get 100 boost, and it doesn't matter. The cool thing that flip resets have done is they've made air dribbles so much harder to defend. You know, the air dribbles showed up in the 1v1 scene, I would say, even before flip resets became as insane as they are now. But now that flip resets are so common, defenders just have to sit and wait. You know, you can't just challenge whenever you want. And so it's led to being able to get to watch these insane mechanical plays from these guys who are so good at it. You can just flip reset after flip reset, or, you know, flip reset into these great air dribbles. And back in the day of just air dribbles, all that stuff just got challenged. It got challenged really early. It was super hard to make the adjustment. And, you know, us as fans got to see such less cool plays, whereas now we get to see some of the craziest clips in the game mode where you're supposed to have to play the safest. Evoh, the double touch off the backboard. I love it. Normally the double touches are so hard, but he's got Lewsual sitting in net, so he rips one so fast. I think one of the keys to be able to get double touches like that is you do have to play them really, really quick. Anything slow, and the defenders will make the adjustment they need to. Have you ever heard of Scribbles? I can't tell if Scribbles is another bait that chat is trying to do to get me to, like, D's nuts me, but no, I have not. Evoh, this is the cost that you pay going for these insane shots. He is one of the better players at playing them safe, but that time, flip reset directly underneath the ball means he's not defending his net in any way. It's an easy takeaway. Evoh has been dictating this series a lot, both on the EU servers and here on the NA ones. It seems like Lewsual is playing a more defensive style in general, willing to get his saves and his counterattacks. I don't know what I was thinking. I was on crack earlier when I mentioned that they might be similar play styles. Lewsual definitely playing a much more defensive play style than Evoh ever does. But Lewsual started this off with a couple nice aerial plays, and it seemed like he was going to be pretty aerial focused. Good fake from Evoh. Evoh, he has earned the right to start mixing these up. That is one of the things that I think is a little bit harder to notice about playing an insane style like Evoh does, going for those insane flip resets and crazy shots around the net. He does eventually score some of them, and then I think it ends up making a lot of other shots easier. Something you don't really think about, but that shot right there was ultimately pretty easy for Evoh. It was a bounce dribble that he just let roll under, and I think if you're not going for the kind of insane clips he's doing all game and actually scoring a few of them, then defenders won't panic as hard when you have bounce dribbles like that. Or maybe like this situation right here. It seems like Lewsual maybe panicking a little bit, thinking Evoh might get something crazy going, and just challenges at this ball and is nowhere near it. It just seems like he got a misread. But 8-5, Evoh with the lead on North American servers. Lewsual, wall to air dribble. This is the kind of comparison I was talking about. Lewsual can take it on the wall to air dribble as well. He was going for a lot more of these wall to air dribbles at the start of the series, but look at this. This is well placed. Scooping underneath that ball right inside the top shelf. Evoh does get a couple touches on it, but ultimately cannot keep it out. Squeezes it into the net. Evoh to the back corner, trying to get his sight on Lewsual. Can he create a dribble out of this? That's just crazy. The fact that he had to come off the wall that close to the ceiling means there's almost no way to get the dribble going. Dribbles are, I think, almost necessary to get going by starting by pushing the ball up. And when you start them at the ceiling, you can't do that. And yet somehow Evoh found a way to flip underneath the ball, create a dribble, and a little bit of greed on the bump play will eventually lead to a Lewsual goal. And if Evoh were to somehow clean these up, and I know that right now that's just part of his game, the way he's playing around the net is both getting him goals and getting him scored on. So at the end of the day, you know, it is doing him some good, not all bad. But if he found a way to only take the opportunities that end up working out for him, he'd be dominating. Lewsual just keeps getting what feel like easy attempts after Evoh mistakes around his net, and a lot of them unforced. And just like that, Lewsual's tied the game up, 8-8. Evoh sweating at every moment that Lewsual might steal a game. Evoh was able to steal one game on EU servers, so he has to prevent Lewsual from being able to take one here. 9-8, 24 seconds left to go. A kickoff loss from Evoh, but he actually lobs it into his half, so it ends up being okay for him, but he'll hand over possession. Lewsual into the air and an early flip away from the ball, and Evoh gonna be able to take it away. A demo in the corner. This should be an easy ninth. Wait, Evoh spawn. What a spawn! Lewsual, you have got to work on your RNG, my man. A worse spawn for Evoh, and that is not a... Oh, never mind. You don't have to worry about your RNG at all, bud. Evoh's got your back. Evoh, trying to get a last-second clip, thought he had done what he needed to do, ripping a cool shot after getting that game-winning save, and Lewsual will carry it for the easiest goal he's scored all series. 9-9 overtime in this game one on USC servers. Lewsual winning the kickoff to the side while Evoh putting the pressure on with low boost, and once again he's going to find himself on defense with low boost. Lewsual's had a great air dribble bump. Evoh gets over him and saves it. A great save and a boost miss in the corner. One of Evoh's signature. He loves to dodge the boost, but only after getting centimeters away from it. Lewsual doesn't have any either, and I'm not sure if Evoh knows if he got any. we'll watch from Evo's perspective and try and decide if he did. He did. Evoh playing a little bit nervous here. That touch setup where he lost possession, that's very unlike him. He's normally so comfortable. Oh my goodness. No, Lewsual. Lewsual had the boost. Did he not? Lewsual had 38 boost when he dove in to grab this. Oh man, that was a risky dive for a grab. And he had 38 boost. Usually that's enough to do whatever you want to do on defense. But Lewsual wanted even more, and Evoh will eventually be able to secure it. Game number 1 on USD servers going to Evoh. Lewsual versus Evoh. Game number 4, but game number 2 of the set of games played on USD servers. At this point, I think we'll end up playing all the games no matter what, right? Since I'm decent at math. Evoh dodging the bump. He ended that last game by saying Lewsual's bumps are too good, but he is able to get away from this one. Ooh, Lewsual thought he had gotten the clear and he didn't. Flicking this one away, able to get underneath it. He was thinking just a little bit too much about the boost. He wanted to save and win out in the corner, but he forgot he needs to full clear that ball. He didn't get a good enough of a touch. Blue Evoh equals convincing dub. Is that right? Have these guys been changing back and forth? At some point, I'll come up with an overlay that shows the names next to the colors, but then I'll have to make sure these guys aren't switching back and forth in the colors all the time. Evoh with space. Look at this. Look at this way he just instantly takes us into a dribble. He has a dribble going down alongside the side wall. That's not really a great situation to start a shot on net. In fact, just tap it once. Tap it once sort of towards the net so that your air dribble's a little bit easier. Evoh just doesn't do that, man. He says there's no time like the present. I might as well try and turn this into a shot right now. And it almost worked. He almost found a way past Lewsual. A nice demo flip reset Evoh. Seemed like he had an opportunity to just tap it in, but instead he goes for the flip reset. Lewsual spawning, almost able to get back in time, but no. A great shot from Evoh. Able to generate that extra sideways momentum from the flip reset as opposed to just going for the direct tap. And Lewsual's gotten to the wave dash kickoff. I'm not sure if Lewsual's been doing this a bunch already this series, and I just haven't noticed it. Usually these guys mix up the wave dash kickoff into the series, you know, sometimes as much as half the kickoffs. But Lewsual looking for some magic here on the USD servers. Evoh into the corner. Doesn't want to take the dribble. Take it back down to the ground instead. Never mind. He'll pop it up. All the way down the field and in the low 50. And that is what the madness of Evoh gets you. When you are afraid of this guy going insane on you at every moment, you have to sort of wait, and then he jumps for the musty, and Evoh will drop it below. Evoh, 3-0. If only I could just fly around the ball nonsensically and have people let me score, but they all know that there's no way I'm heading anything. Lewsual! A nice 50 and an open goal. The young goat. He's not young anymore. Chat, he's Evoh now. I think I've actually gotten pretty good at remembering to just call him Evoh. Evoh losing this kickoff into his half. Gonna take it for the wall to air dribble. A nice low dribble. Had an opportunity to rip into that and get the first touch really, really high, but instead he took it back down to the ground and ends up working out for him. A great double touch off the back wall. Lewsual helping it a little bit. I guess technically it was a double alongside Lewsual. Oh man, he is just a hair from the ball. No wonder he threw the okay in chat. Felt like he should have been able to get to it. Lewsual's Fennec, cute as heck though. You just like the shiny with the Cristianos. Neither of these guys rocking decals. Evoh, not a bad idea to rip off that wall immediately with his jump. It's costing him a lot of boost, but that ball was actually in a really bad spot for him. and flipping out to it right away is a very heads-up play. Lewsual will get his first off a demo. Watermelon color? Oh yeah, because he's got the green with the pearlescent shine. People with decals are more likely to have tattoos IRL, yes or no? I'm gonna go with no. Lewsual! A third, nice kickoff goal. Lewsual trying to hang out on the ball right now. Has no boost, but thinks he can make a play out of nothing, and Evoh might let him. A high flick saved away. Evoh has a recovering Lewsual on low boost. Gonna try and rush the ball. We've seen Evoh get some insane kind of pre-jump counters to saves. He'll read where the tap of the save is likely gonna go, especially in a situation like that where Lewsual's low on boost, because the lower the boost of the defender, the more they're forced to save it a certain way. Wow, Evoh just on crack mode, you could say, as he rips this ball around as fast as he can. Keep it in the air so Lewsual can't get a touch. Off the backboard and in. Evoh rushing back to the ball. Lewsual, no way. See, this dribble isn't even sort of towards the net. Evoh! Oh, thank goodness it got saved. Evoh seems to intentionally start dribbles not towards the net. This one headed into the corner, rips it up into the air, and brings it back for what was almost a great shot. Ultimately, Lewsual is going to go the other way and pressure him. So it's hard to say it was a good idea, because Evoh was playing recovery mode ever since that shot attempt from a few moments earlier, and he was never able to bring it back. So as impressive as it is, I'm not sure if it's the right idea. Lewsual, I think the kickoffs have gone in his favor. 5-5. Evoh, you got your thanks! Finally, Evoh gave somebody a nice shot and they said thanks. Lewsual ceiling reset. He loves that ceiling reset. This time isn't able to place it as high. Going for that front flip above the ball. Keeps it on a trajectory that is already on, or adjusts the trajectory less, and therefore ends up resulting in easier to save shots. Great play from Evoh. Lewsual just clipping up onto the sidewall at the wrong time. Didn't have a lot of boost, so he must have thought, or sorry, the back wall. Must have thought he was going to need the back wall to get the save, and he just could not get back up to it. Feer, do you like demon or crack better? I don't know. I don't know what this demon mode and this crack mode stuff is. I just watch Rocket League. I thought it was not on demon timing. I thought when you had demon in your name, it wasn't crack or demon mode, it was demon timing. Or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember. I can't keep it up. That being said, Evoh with 15 seconds left to go, and I save, and he's got a lot of time. He's going to pinch this ball away, which is really just handing the possession over to Lewsual. And he did something similar at the end of last game, but this time he'll take away the dribble early. Lewsual's flicks in the midfield. Oh, wait, no way! Oh, I can't believe. Is Evoh just memeing us? He just passed the ball. He absolutely just straight up passed the ball over to Lewsual to try and give him one last opportunity to tie it up, but he doesn't. And Evoh will take game 2 on US East. So we head to game 3. Evoh versus Lewsual. Evoh up 3-2 in the series, able to take 2 games so far on US East and stole one on EU servers. This will be the last opportunity for Lewsual to steal a game on US East. If Evoh can win it, it will be hard to say he does not come out the victor, having a 4-2 scoreline. But if Lewsual wins, I guess it's a draw. I don't know if we've had a draw on stream before. I guess the only other draw would be Evoh versus KV1. You think Evoh can actually beat Daniel? Well, the good news is we've had Evoh versus Daniel multiple times in like the last couple of weeks. So you don't have to just wish. You can go to the exclamation point YouTube and find out. Evoh with open field. Lewsual pathing around the pads, it seemed, but I think I was wrong. He may be pathing away from the pads. Oh, no, never mind. They hadn't spawned. Oh, he missed that one, and the last one spawned right after he left, so he was operating on absolutely nothing. Lewsual to himself from the corner. What a save. That was a great shot with no boost. Oh, no. Evoh. Oh, maybe he didn't have a shot. I thought he had a wide open net, but Lewsual actually was pretty close. See, we're a little bit warned. Us Evoh viewers, we're a little bit scared that all of a sudden Evoh's going to stop taking his open nets, because we've seen him do that before. But I don't think that was the case, that last one. Lewsual likely would have had that save. Evoh to the side wall. One flip reset far away from the net. Ground pinch. Lewsual, great reaction time. Had to use every last bit of boost, but he saves it away. Evoh trying to go nutty once again with an air dribble. Started literally about as the wrong way as he possibly could have. And then attempted to bring it all the way back. Instead, Lewsual will get it first. Lewsual a second. I think the most direct kickoff goals have gone in favor of Lewsual. I think Evoh's gotten some of his own, and he, on the more neutral kickoffs, it seems like they go somewhat even. But I don't know, chat. Maybe you disagree, but I feel like Lewsual has ripped in a couple direct goals that Evoh has not been able to match. Lewsual, he's going crack mode right now, flying around, trying to just outpace Evoh as he plays a little bit more patient in his own half. Ultimately, he's able to get the save. The ground dribble and the fake! Evoh! 4-2. Always, 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 Evoh drops this ball off the top of his car. He doesn't like making the outplay with the ball on the top of his car. Instead, he'll drop it below. Hopefully, chat, you guys enjoy some dog noises in the background. Evoh getting the outplay on the side wall, but Lewsual might not have to worry, as it doesn't seem like Evoh. Never mind. Evoh finding a way to bring it back online. This touch was savable from Evoh, but Lewsual was trying to predict the Evoh air roll and shot. Instead, Evoh completely whiffs, and that ends up going in favor of Evoh. Oh, you heard a dog noise, you thought you were bugging. No, we got some dogs around the stream setup right now. 5-2, halfway through the game. Evoh trying to finish off what would be a nice show match victory. Being able to steal a game on EU servers and sweep on his own. But 3 goals and a lot of time left on the clock. It is not over yet. A breezy attempted setup and a free bucket for Lewsual, and that has just been the story of the match so far. Lewsual staying in this game from basically egregious attempts from Evoh to try and find some insane goals. Lewsual, a 4th. Two minutes left to go. What's up, Mrs. Feer RL? Mrs. Feer RL, this is the last game. Don't worry, we'll be coming to help you with the house in no time. Lewsual, a great first touch. Needs to kill it with his wheels. Couldn't slow it down enough, though. A little bit too strong of a first touch. Maybe I was a little bit too quick to compliment it, but it was a quick play off the back wall. Just couldn't slow it down enough to squeeze it under the crossbar. A minute 30 left to go. Evoh has had his lead slowly dwindling away. He'll finally score one to put it up 6-4. Painting the new stream room right now. Chat, send your love to Mrs. Feer RL. Hearts in the chat for Mrs. Feer RL painting the stream room. Evoh, nice early flip reset. Saw Lewsual coming to challenge. And this is the benefit of being so good at getting the flip reset right away. It means you can use it at any moment. If somebody comes to try and challenge you high in the air, you can pop it early. And then you got an open net waiting for you. Evoh finding a way to shoot this one off the wall. Cannot scoop under Lewsual. So Lewsual should have some space. What an insane pre-jump from Evoh. What is he doing flying into his net? He's able to get the save. Watching that from Lewsual's perspective, he was able to hide behind the ball the whole time. I have a feeling if Lewsual could have seen Evoh, he might have found a way to score. Oh, that's just cheeky. That's just cheeky. Slowing this ball down and trying to make Lewsual get a save instead. Forced to tap it in. 8-4. Cheeky indeed. Evoh, what is he doing? Oh, never mind. Got mixed up here looking at chat. He's on his own defensive half. I was like, what is he doing here on offense with that low boost? Lewsual, this air dribble bump was working so well for him at the start of the game, but it hasn't been working well at all anymore. And Evoh's feeling confident. He is just going to jump back and forth. And net, Evoh, what a save! Milo also wants to say what's up. Hearts in the chat for Milo, who is so excited about that Evoh win. He cannot be silenced. He is the biggest Evoh fan in chat right now. Can you believe it? Evoh doing it for Milo. Milo making his debut on stream. GG's. Evoh will take all the games on US East and one game on the EU servers.